expand on how you are.
Good.
Very good. Well, that's our question. It's my best question.
Hi, Lipovitz from Gazzetta dello Sport. So, how good you are? What does it mean? So, basically, everyone is talking about the other two riders, Jonas and Tadej. How do you see yourself? In this third place, or what do you aim? What do you see? What do you think when you see that everyone is, thinking about them? You won the last 4 races. I don't know. Which is your position?
Yeah, I think it's logic when, like you just said, they won together the last 4 editions. So it means that they are, of course, top favorites for this year's edition again. But I think it would be unfair towards myself, towards the team, to say that I'm not here to compete with them. So I'm just here to try and compete against them and try to make it harder for them. So I think it's really difficult to say where I am exactly compared to them because last year I was the 3rd guy, and I think we are here this year to try and improve that a bit. So I think it will be cleared out pretty easily in the race where my position will be. So I think I'm just here to do my best and give the maximum.
Trine Smith, Danish TV2. So Remco, how do you see this first week and a half? There's also a time trial, but are you nervous about flat stages with risks of crashes and crosswinds?
I think everybody is a little bit scared of that. Of course, we don't want to go out with injuries after a few stages already. So I think it's of course going to be an important factor to be able to compete for the GC these first 10 days. But then next to that, I think it makes no big sense to really stress about it because it's the same for everybody. Some guys prefer hectic stages, some guys don't, but I think we all don't like to crash. So I think, before a race like this, we all hope that the most nervous stages just end up not being nervous or not being really hectic, I must say. So I'm not really stressing about it, but I think I'm pretty used to it from racing in Belgium as a junior and also just with the Tour of last year. So I think I'll be ready for whatever comes to us, whether it's going to be flat, easy sprint stage, echelon days, or full gas racing as well. So I'm looking forward, but of course everybody, is a little bit scared for those crashes or injuries, of course.
Remco, you're coming into another big race, and there's a lot of speculation around your future. There's a lot of talk around the team as well. How does that affect your mentality during what is the biggest month?
It's the first thing I hear about it.
You know that there's plenty of people talking about, team management and your future. You're able to block that out?
Because I didn't see anything pass by, so it's a bit of a surprise for me. But I think you probably start to know me a bit. Comments from the outside or I don't know, stressful situations will not have a big effect on me. So I'm always pretty calm, whether it's a positive or a negative situation, and I will never crack under pressure. So it's probably not going to be the same with I don't know which story that you are talking about.
So Remco, this year bonus seconds on selected climbs have been removed and only given at the finish. Do you think you can benefit from this?
A little bit, because at the finish as well, or no? I thought at the finish as well, but I think actually I'm gonna give you a question. For the TTs, would you also put bonification seconds or not? Because it's the same as a mountain, so so that's my question to ASO. Put bonifications after the time trial as well. So no, it's in the end we climb so many mountains, we do so many hours on the bike, and then at a certain point when you hear in the radio, oh Remco, you're 2 minutes behind Tadej, then at the end of the stage you're like, 10 more seconds, why? So, I mean, if you work with the points classification already, I think it's not really necessary to put seconds as well, so or you put only bonus seconds or points, and I think the green jersey in the Tour is a very valuable jersey, so there's my answer.
I was wondering, how much do you know about Florian Lipovitz and what do you think of him?
It's funny, all the Germans ask me the same question nowadays. No. I mean, I know the guy, of course, of his results and from the Dauphiné as well, but I don't know the guy personally. But I think it's a very big talent stepping up again. If I'm not wrong, he doesn't ride the bike for too long at the moment, coming from biathlon probably. Chaque told me, so that's why I know it. And yeah, I mean, the things he did in the Dauphiné was pretty nice, but for sure now after the Dauphiné he will not get the freedom anymore with going 3 minutes away. So I think already last year in the Vuelta I think he was pretty strong. So I mean, he's a very big talent stepping up, and he will be up there for a lot of years in the Grand Tours as well. So another guy to look out for.
There's a lot of talk amongst the riders about the dangers of the first week, but also
about
the dangers of the first week of stages. But there's also talk in the sport about improving safety. Is it possible that team leaders like yourself and others will talk together and find solidarity so you don't put each other in danger this next week? Is that possible?
First week is going to be difficult, but I think the proposal that you are giving me now is something probably beneficial for stage 21. So I don't think we can really do it in the first week because yeah, sprinters want to grab their chances. But I think stage 21, yeah, we all know what is coming up. So yeah, I mean we can always talk afterwards because not everybody knows the course by heart from each day. But in the end, yeah, it's a parcours that we are given. We have to race it, and it's always the riders, of course, that take the risks. But I think, yeah, now with the sanctions that are given, with the yellow cards, with the disqualifications and stuff like that, I think it already helps a bit. Maybe not for everybody, if I saw Balois, but I think in general it's good rules and they help with the risks that are being taken in the bunch. But yeah, I think it's going to be difficult to put everybody on the same line for the first week. So I'm afraid that we will have to race it the way we always do.
Remco, based on the time travel in the Dauphiné, how much time you think you can get on Tadej Pogacar and Jonas Vingegaard on the first time travel in camp?
It's difficult to say. It's almost double of the distance as in Dauphiné, but it's completely flat, so it means that Jonas and Tadej cannot bring out their huge power on the climbs. But yeah, I think last year as well we were pretty confident to take maybe 20 to 25 seconds in ATT, and in the end it was only 12 on Tadej. So it really depends on the shape of the day, the way everything goes. But I think this time trial suits me better than for Tadej and Jonas. So I hope to take some time back, but I think for us as a team it's more important to just focus on the stage win first and then see the result afterwards. But of course, I mean, if we want to win it, we would like and try to win it big. But it's difficult to really put a time gap on it, or to put already a kind of a result on it. So just gonna push as hard as I can, and then we'll see afterwards.
We can run by
A lot, of course. I think if there is one guy that I did not want to miss in this tour is Mikel, and unfortunately he is the guy with the worst injuries for the moment in the team. So it's going to be a big miss for me in the team, and I think Mikel is always free to reply to my messages, or when I call him, he will always answer me. So once I will have some questions, or when I will need him, I will call him and he will help me. But for sure, yeah, if you become 5th in the Tour last year, 8th in the Vuelta, and then you don't have this guy with you, it's a big loss for me and for the team for sure.
From Danish daily routine, do you foresee you chasing a Tour de France win each year of your career? And if so, how do you close the gap to Jonas and Tadej in the future?
Well, it's, I mean, the guy responsible to close the gap is my coach, so I follow his trainings, and then every race we have to see where I'm at, so I think it really depends on especially training and just trying to have a few seasons without any big injuries or big breaks in training periods. I think that would help a lot as well. So yeah, I think everybody knows that my career goal is to try and win the 3 Grand Tours. I have 1 in the pocket, so 2 to go. I became 3rd last year, so it means that the capacities are there, but of course I just need to improve some levels to come next to Tadej or even try to beat him. So maybe it's a question you should ask my coach.
Remco, you mentioned stage 21. It's a long way away, but what do you expect from that stage? I know previously you said you weren't sure about it. What do you think about that stage now?
Same. I mean, if you look at the stages before, it's already going to be that hard for GC riders, but also for the sprinters to be in the time limit. And then normally the last stage is or a time trial or a sprint stage, and then it's more like the ceremonial stuff. But in the end, yeah, I think we'll probably have to race it and see how it goes. And I guess once we arrive on the Champs-Élysées first time, there will be some attacks to try and go in a breakaway, and then it will be like normal racing probably. But I think every GC guy's worst fear is to lose his place because of that final, or imagine your yellow jersey or 2nd place with a small margin, you just want to keep your place, or but especially the yellow jersey, I think if he has like 1 minute of advantage, which will probably not be the case, but we never know, I think then it's going to be a very hectic finale for everybody, and I think that's something that nobody really likes for the last 20 kilometers of a Grand Tour, but I think yeah, that's how it goes, and we just have to race it.
Merci beaucoup.